And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. Maui Jim Sunglasses, the choice of the best captains. Shimano Rods and Reels, fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Mightier 1090. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Max is on his way to Alaska right now. Sitka, Alaska. Oh, man, they're in for some great fishing at Kingfisher Charters. Corey Sandin from MC Swim Baits is the co-host today, and having a great time with Corey because he has a passion for Mexico like we all share. And having John Ireland here from Rancho Leonero.
How do you not?
Right?
Talking a beautiful place like Rancho Leonero. How do you not have passion?
Oh, for sure. Having a great time and giving away a fantastic prize to one lucky caller today.
Are you kidding me? A handmade Anza fillet knife right here from San Diego County, Anza, and 30 years worth, and it doesn't get any better. One lucky caller if he calls he or she. Actually, the lines are full, but I'll give you the number, 213-432-1090.
Yeah.
Or you can text the show.
Text the show via the Let's Talk Hookup app, only on the Let's Talk Hookup. Download the Let's Talk Hookup app for free and text the show, and we'll get to as many texts as possible.
In fact, I haven't even listened to the show from yesterday, so I'm going to go home and with the app, I'm going to listen to yesterday's show.
Hear the archive with Kevin Kelly from West Marine Parker Boats. It's a great show.
I'm part of the Parker family.
Yeah, man, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into those jam-packed phones, Corey. They want to talk to John.
We'll try Doug again. Doug from Montebello. Good morning, Doug.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning to you, Doug.
Okay, fine. I was wondering how much water or food you would recommend everybody taking while they're down there.
Good morning, Doug. You mean to bring with you from the United States or on the boat? Are you referring to?
No, more like what you actually have at the ranch itself.
Oh, at the ranch, there's we have plenty of
all
food
inclusive.
There. It's all inclusive.
Yeah, well, you basically the night before you order your lunches and how much drinks you want on the boat.
Yeah, on your boat, exactly. Yeah. And we have chicken, Mexican meals, burritos.
Get the Mexican. It's the best. Yeah, chicken's pretty good too.
Good sandwiches. Chicken's good. And with lots of fruits, they're generous.
So if you want a couple bottles of water, you want 6 beers on the boat.
You want a case of beer?
Yeah, yeah. And now you do have to pay for the alcohol,
right?
Of course.
Alcohol, but everything.
But you order it the night before. It's on a cooler on the dock. When your boat departs, they put the cooler on the boat, and you're done.
Yeah, and I might mention that the boats go out real early. You know, if you care to, you can get on
before
the boat
the sun comes up.
Yeah, sun comes about 6:20, something like that, and people are on the boat 6:10, 6:15, and already rolling out.
Yeah,
it's because of the sardine. They have trouble making the sardine before the sun comes up. The bait boat, they go down to the marine entrance and pick up the bait. But the earlier you get on the boat, the earlier you go, the more bait. And
is there actually a seiner? Is there a seiner catching bait?
No. They net
mini seiners.
Mini seiners.
I got you.
Lots of mini seiners.
With cast nets.
And they do the cast nets over the shoulder, which is really fun to watch. And there's loads of bait around. There really is. It was interesting. Well, I'll keep it short, but when they opened the marina entrance, we lost all the sardine. It was like they were gone for like 3 years because they all just immediately went up into the marina basin there. But now they've propagated in there. There's a huge a load of them in there that feeds everything else. So this year in particular, the bait's been really good, really generous, and lots of it, and big, nice sardine. But they live in that marina, and it's interesting because I wouldn't have thought they could because the water's not real clean or anything in there. But man, they're just
prolific, huh?
Prolific.
So it's kind of like a nursery for them.
It is a nursery for them, and now there's so many that they're coming out, and they're not allowed to make the bait in the marina, so they have to make it outside the entrance.
Oh, okay.
But there's so many now they're flowing out.
Abundant.
Awesome.
Yeah, very abundant. And as far as the food goes, food is real good. You can order pretty much anything you want for breakfast. We've got a main entree for dinner, but there's always fish, and if you have special dietetic needs, then we'll take care of you.
You can always meet that.
Always.
Yeah, and every night people were passing around plates of fish that they caught, sharing it with them.
And sushi.
Yeah.
God, there's
sushi,
just mountains of sushi at the bar. Free sushi. Free sushi for advertisers, same day. And I'm telling you, the sushi the same day, it spoils you for the...
Sounds so beautiful, John.
It spoils you for up here. It tastes like cardboard up here compared to down there. It melts in your mouth. It's so good.
Thanks a lot for the call this morning. A great text from Chris in San Diego has a good question. Along the same lines of how the logistics work, what's the best way to get from the Los Cabos airport to the ranch?
Well, we have cabs. We'll pick you up. You let us know.
You arrange it ahead of time.
Yeah, we arrange it ahead of time.
Francisco takes care of it. You just it's all online.
It's all online.
Work it out with Pam in the office, and they'll arrange the whole thing. You get a voucher.
Yep.
And
what does that cost?
It's easy. It depends on how many people are in the cab. It varies. If it's just two people, I think it's $80.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. I was by myself.
Yeah.
I had my own ride from Cabo when I came in last Sunday. It was $80. So for up to two people, it's $80. Right. And then on the way back, there was 5 of us in the cab. It was $110. So it was total $22 a piece.
Oh, wow.
And that's normal. We try to bunch people up if we can. And they're nice new cabs. And there's a sign that says Rancho Leonero. Our whole... What we're trying to do is make it as easy for guests as we can. It's painless and no worries, and we do everything for you right on down the line. So
if you want to rent a car, you can rent a car at the airport, but it's not recommended because there's no need.
And I might keep in mind we have cars available at the ranch for $50 a day for a 24
So
hours.
we could show up for 4 days, and let's say one day we want to go.
You want to go on a cruise. And a really great trip is we call it the Loop. And you run up from the ranch to La Paz, and you spend some time in La Paz, and then you run down the Pacific coast through Todos Santos, and then into Cabo San Lucas, then San Jose, and back around to the ranch. And
that sounds like an entire day.
It's a day trip. Yeah, it is. But you stop at all you see the whole area, though. You circumvent the whole tip.
But you have cars that we can do that with for $50 a day.
$50.
You make it so affordable, John.
Well, the taxis were charging too much for local trips, and we want the guests to have mobility and all that. So it's delivered right there.
And if you want quads, they get delivered right to the ranch. Quads are side by sides. Yeah.
Where you can run up and down the beach, chase the roosters.
And everybody does it. It's funny. It used to be everybody come down. If they had a 4 or 5 day trip, they'd fish 3 days. Now it's 2 days fishing, 1 day quad.
Quads are very popular.
Oh, hugely popular. Yeah, and they're nice. It's all new equipment, and they do a real good job keeping it up. I can't personally run them myself for insurance reasons, so we have outside vendors. But all of this stuff is.
Yeah,
and you order.
And it's so competitive now. They're glad to bring them out for you.
Oh yeah. And there's plenty of them around, and all like I say, nice new stuff, and it's a blast. Everybody loves it. Loves it.
Yeah.
And not just along the beach. There's washes, the waterfalls up in the mountains that you can access and stuff.
I've heard Ricky talk about that. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's like him and Dallas. That's like one of their destinations.
There's one valley that you go up behind Los Barriles that has granite walls with quartz streaks through it. I mean, this is hard granite, and there's these trees growing out of the side of this granite wall, and you wonder how in the world they can.
Just amazing,
how they do it. Yeah, and then a beautiful waterfall back behind it, and they're real wide washes, so you get in there and do donuts and go crazy and.
Pretty cool, John. I mean, it's not just the fishing. That's the thing with the family.
No, there's a lot of other things to do.
From the diving and the beach fishing and
rent a car and go for a tour.
Right, and you make it so affordable at $50 a day for sure.
Well, there wouldn't be a Rancho Leonero show without Bart Hall on the line. Bart, good morning, Bart.
Good morning, Bart.
Hello, Bart.
Darn, all
morning, Bart.
Just make me so jealous to go down there. It's such a wonderful show when you get together and start talking about Rancho Leonero.
Right?
Yeah,
thanks,
man.
Bart. Thanks. It's fun to come in and do it. Especially after like last week. It makes for a much easier show, when everybody's catching fish.
Oh,
wow, that sounded great. I'll tell you that. You know, it's just. I know everyone's heard this before, but I have to say it again. It is absolutely my favorite warm water fishing destination on the planet. And now, at this point in my life, I don't even care how many days I fish anymore. I don't even care if I fish anymore. I want to go down there and sit on that patio and have dinner and have a glass of wine with you and just kind of look out over the Sea of Cortez. It is so incredibly beautiful, and I just can't wait to get back there, John. And thank you so much for putting that all together and keeping it together for all these years.
And keeping it what it is, right? I mean, keeping it hometown small, just enjoyable, you know?
Yeah, that's the one comment I get from all the guests. Don't change it. Don't change it. And we do our best. We improve it, but we don't change it for sure. Thanks, Barton. Well,
you know, my family's been going down. So my family's been going down to Mexico for a very long time. I used to go down there as a kid with my parents, and this is old Mexico. Now, it's old Mexico with a big screen TV in the bar. But, I mean, it is old Mexico, and it's beautiful, and thank you very much, John.
No, thank you, Barton. And you guys were actually down around Punta Pescadero before I was down there. You guys have been down there a long time.
Yeah, my sister owned a little piece of land up on the hill over there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember.
And that's coming from Bart Hall, okay, who can go anywhere he wants in the world from think of all the booths that are at the show.
Exactly.
And this isn't the first time just because he's on the show, Bart. You talk about it when he's not on the show. I hear it from you personally outside the show. It's something that you truly love. And it's
quite a referral. Thank
Rancho,
you.
Leonero.
Thank you, Bart. Love seeing you. Love seeing you.
Me too, John.
You and Jenny come down, buddy.
We're looking forward to it, John. Really, it's a nice show, guys. This is making me happy. You making me smile on a Sunday.
All right,
excellent, buddy.
All right, hey, thanks, Bart. Thanks for the call.
Bart.
All right, let's find out what's biting right now, because it is right. We have the FishDope.com report with your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen,
and it's sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fishman's Processing.
Good morning.
San Diego. Yeah, good morning. Dave, hang on here. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landings, as well as your private boat catch. Now, for Fish Pros, a market you can purchase fresh fish, smoked and jerkied fish, spices, rubs, smoked cheese, and their famous tuna burgers and their amazing poke kit. They are now open at their location in Old Town on Taylor Street.
Yeah, it's great. And I got to tell you, we talked about it yesterday, they have this smoked cheese special going on right now, Corey.
I want to know.
It started yesterday, and it's while supplies last.
Okay.
6 for $30.
What?
Your choice. And they make a special batch of Swiss and Gruyere, limited amounts. You can choose from their applewood smoked Gouda, cheddar, pepper jack, Parmesan, Swiss, or Gruyere. Limited to one piece of Gruyere or Gouda per order, but you get 6 for $30, and their cheese is their smoked cheese is
off the charts.
Off the charts. So fishermansprocessing.com and go check it out, or just go over to that great location right across from the right in Old Town there, right across from Old Town, right on the corner. You can't miss it.
So
on
much
Taylor
more
Street.
Friendly than what Liberty Station was.
Oh yeah, way friendly. You have parking and everything like that, and go take advantage of that cheese special. Good morning, Dave.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, John.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Dave.
Pete. Good morning, Corey.
Howdy.
John, thank you very much. Back during the heat of the pandemic, folks, I went to the ranch, and my son and I were the only people there, John. Remember that?
Thank you, Dave. I do.
It was incredible, Pete. You can't even imagine. I know it's bitching there, but can you imagine going there with nobody there? We swam in the pool. We went to the beach. It was insane. You couldn't go to the beach anywhere in Mexico, but you could go to the beach at the ranch.
At the ranch. That's cool.
It was pretty fun. But, gang, fishing, oh, my goodness, what a week. What a week, and then it was top yesterday. I talked to my good buddy Todd Manser on the boardroom, Pete, and he said that yellowtail fishing at Clemente yesterday afternoon was some of the best he's ever seen. It was full speed. They were eating nails, he said. It was unbelievable. Everybody that got in on it got limits there. It was just full speed yellowtail fishing, and they weren't little babies. They were all gaffers, he said. Ooh. They were all gaffer yellowtail. They were all 7 to 12 pounds. He said it was just unbelievable. So that's the topper of the week. But, what's going on down there where you guys are just below the border? I just heard Andrew heard that guy talking about it before. You leave on an overnight trip and you're fishing. I remember back in the day when I was running overnight, we didn't even leave till midnight. You're fishing at 12:45. You're already fishing. Right? Thank God I don't have to do that anymore. Oh, my God, it would kill me. That would kill me to fish 20 hours straight and then hit the dock and go right back out again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but how fun. Fun fishing, guys. And then, like Brian Woolley was saying, the water temperature on the coast, the water's cleaning up, calico bass are biting. Like Gundy was saying, from Latigo, kelp, all the way to the Mexican border, there's calico bass to catch. There's some good fishing over at Catalina. There's yellowtail bass, bonita, barracuda. It's just time to go fishing. That's all I can say, and it's only going to get better. We're only in the middle of June.
No doubt about it. And fishdope.com, Danny and the boys over there have been keeping on tabs on everything that's going on. $20 off a new membership to fishdope.com. You want the water charts, you want the maps of where the fish are. It's got everything at fishdope.com, and it's a reasonable price. It's a must-have at fishdope.com. And get $20 off using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space, Hookup Now. And Dave, how do we find you?
Well, first of all, Pete, I'm having breakfast right now with my little baby sister Donna down here on the beach in Cabo, so I wanted to embarrass her real quick.
Little baby sister? Yeah.
Yeah, my little baby sister Donna says good morning.
Hi, Donna.
Good morning, Donna.
So you can check me out at yoursaltwaterguide.com, gang. I got over 400 how-to videos to catch fish in Southern California, so you don't have to follow the party boats anymore. You can actually catch fish on your own. Yoursaltwaterguide.com, and I'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, David.
Appreciate it, Dave. Let's go. Phones are packed. Corey, they want to talk to John, so let's jump in.
They are, Pete, and they've been very patient. And Vinny and Carlsbad, we appreciate your patience. Good morning to the show. Good morning. Welcome.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing? Just got back from a 3-day trip on the Royal Polaris, and man, I caught a fish of a lifetime, my personal best, over 100 pounds, and first-class operation that Frank Lepresti and Roy Rose and all the boys on the boat run down there. Just it's awesome experience, man. I just had a great time.
Sounds so great. Yeah, I saw the Royal unloading this morning. Looks like you guys had quite the trip.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was so fun. It was bitching.
Was that a day-and-a-half trip?
No, I did a 3-day week ago.
3-day.
We did a
okay, all right.
3-day, yeah. There was a guy. He had the kite. They were flying the kite, and he had a 211-pound.
Man.
Oh, so nice to see that. Yeah, it's beautiful fish. Good grade, but man, those guys work their butt off. I don't know how they keep up all night.
Oh,
I mean, you're fishing 24 hours a day, man. It's like lattes, coffees, everything.
Yeah, like Andrew said, lots of good coffee, right?
Yeah.
Well, great. Glad you had so much fun on the Royal Polaris, and jump on a trip because honestly, it's world-class fishing right here.
If there's a spot open on anything from an overnight to, like you're saying,
a 3-day,
Vinny, a 3-day. I mean, this is
and it's close.
It's historical.
You get a lot of fishing in.
We've been saying it for 6 years, but it just keeps getting better.
It's in the last 4 years. Boy, has it ever changed. It's been, 4 years now when the water really warmed up and the fishing turned to year-round. I mean, like the yellowtail used to bite only in the summer.
Yeah.
Now it's year-round.
Right.
What has been 4 years? Pedro?
Yeah.
That's 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, it's been cycles. Yeah, lots of cycles.
But I mean, I don't ever recall it.
More than that, 5, 6 years.
It's like 6 seasons of this bluefin, and it just keeps getting better.
I'm super aware of it, too, because the fishing's so good up here. It affects us down there, so I'm going, wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It might be good up here for like Vinny and his 100-pound, and they had a 200-plus, but hey,
phenomenal
nothing beats the ranch with rooster fish on the beach.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everybody's still still coming, but believe me, I pay attention, and it's pretty impressive up here. It really
For
is.
sure.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that. Great text from John in El Segundo. Took my 4 daughters and wife down several times. It's an amazing place. Easy travel, great food, super service, snorkeling, diving, fishing, just relaxing is amazing. My 6-year-old begs me to take her back to our ranch. Sipping margaritas, watching the kids play on the beach, just heaven.
If that doesn't describe
that pretty much describes it right there, Rancho Leonero, huh?
Especially with the families and all that. It's just a great spot for families.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
Sounds beautiful.
Well, let's jump back in the phones,
Let's
Corey.
do it. Harry from La Jolla. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
I know this guy.
Right?
Harry was with us down at the ranch. Good morning, Harry.
Hello, Harry.
Good morning. It was an incredible trip. John, you'd be interested to know that I talked to Jeannie the next morning, and I have my reservation in for next year, the cabin, as well as the boat and captain.
There you go.
So I'm ready to go. Pete, I have to thank you, though. You did something rather unusual for me. You approached me and asked me how I did in the tournament. And I said, well, we went out. My buddy had never caught a marlin, so we dedicated the first couple of days to getting him a marlin, which we actually did. But you then asked me, well, where did we stand in the standings? And I said we were last. And you said, well, did you get your trophy? And I'm thinking, what the hell is he talking about? And I said, huh? You said, did you get your trophy? You walked me in and gave me that little ironwood marlin trophy, which my buddy's going to get. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to give it to him to commemorate his first one. John, I know.
So the last place trophy. Normally we'd call it the El Zuriel Award, which means the skunk, but there were no skunks, so it was just the last place.
You had to give it to somebody, right? Yeah. Pretty cool, Harry.
Yeah, well, he's gonna appreciate that. And anyway, I will say this: right now I'm driving on my way to church, but I just spent the last 4 days in heaven. So
great.
Thank you.
Glad you enjoyed it, Harry. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Thank you,
Appreciate
amigo.
that.
Thank you,
All
Harry.
right.
Yeah, great way to put it for sure. Hey, how about Bill? Bill calling from Carlsbad. Good morning. Thanks
Bill.
for joining us, Bill.
Buddy, how are you?
Awesome.
Great.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, John. Listen, we were down there last month. We didn't make the tournament this year, but maybe next year. But I want to tell you, the better half and I went down and went fishing with my Guillermo, the best captain down in the Baja area, and
giving all the secrets out.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that guy is like a living, breathing encyclopedia, and but I will say, last time I was winning last year, I come down or the year before of COVID, and then I saw him this past month, and he was a little gray, and we were talking about how he got the COVID, but it was big impact. But I want to tell you, we had a ball. I caught rooster fish down at the point till my arms ached, and we did get into that pompano. And as far as the ATVs, if anybody's looking to have fun and with the family and just get down and surf fish, that's the incredible experience down there. And then I'm probably going to book again coming down and maybe hook into that more closer in tuna maybe in September.
Yes, it should be a good month. I'm sorry I missed you and Suzanne, Bill. Next trip, I'll make sure I'm there. I miss you guys.
Not a problem, but we had a ball. I mean, and don't take this personally, but Suzanne and her massage and the deck and Captain Dave or somebody was talking about being on that deck with nobody there. That's exactly what we had in that third week of May, and it was like paradise on earth. So we'll catch up with you again, and I hope you and Jennifer or whatever we were talking about has resolved itself, and you're doing well. And I'll probably see you in September, maybe.
You will for sure.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Awesome stuff for sure, Bill. Hey, we're going to be right back. Southern California Sport Fishing Voice. We're going to be taking more of your calls when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app and a mightier 1090.
Henry David Thoreau said, "Many men go fishing all their lives without knowing that it's not the fish they are after." Let me tell you, it's been one wild year, but one thing that still rings true is how nice it is to get out on the water. And at Fast Lane Kayaking, we have the tools to do it. Catch fish and social distance on the super stable and fully loaded fishing machine, the Hobie Pro Angler, now available with the Mirage Drive 360. Or explore our beautiful coastlines, bays, and lakes in comfort on a Hobie Compass or Passport. Or load up the car and hit the road with the inflatable Hobie i11S and kayak the stunning lakes in Eastern Sierra or wherever you can dream up. The Fast Lane team cannot begin to tell you how much we appreciate your business over the last 41 years. We are family-owned and operated and always have been, and we're here to help you get on the water and spread the stoke. Check out our website at FastlaneKayaking.com or stop by the shop in Denny Landing Marina, right on the water in Mission Bay. Let's get out and make some memories.
Offshore fishing is on. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. For bluefin tuna and yellowtail, nothing beats the Shimano Talica, the pinnacle of lever drag 2-speed reels. Shimano's Speedmaster 2 is also an extremely durable, high-performance lever drag reel for the more budget-minded angler. Both the Talica and Speedmaster 2 feature Shimano's Hagani body to prevent misalignment of moving parts under the heaviest of loads. For all your Shimano, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing offers half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the Liberty. Many trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Rock Cod Rick here for West Coast Marine and Parker Boats. You see them all over Southern California waters. Parker Boats at the launch ramp, the offshore islands. You wake up in the morning on an overnight trip and there they are. Parker Boats of all size fishing in the same area as the sporties. There's a good reason for it. Fishability and seaworthiness. Of all the boats out there, my boat partner and I chose to get a brand new 25 Parker center console from Kevin Kelly and the gang at West Coast Marine, and I could not be happier. Wow, what a fishing machine. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty, industrial-strength boat, probably overbuilt, but that's why so many 4- and 6-pack charters choose to operate Parkers. We thank the guys at Pinnacle Sport Fishing, Season Sport Fishing, One-Man Charters, Black and Blue Sport Fishing for their confidence in Parker boats. Take it from me, if you are ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, and honest deal, you need to see Kevin Kelly at West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check out their inventory and information at westcoastmarine.com.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
Hey anglers, AFCO Pro Captain Ben Florentino of Coastal Charters here. As a full-time guide, I'm on the water all year long. It's my livelihood. Having the right clothing is of the utmost importance to staying warm, dry, cool, and comfortable to endure whatever the Pacific wants to throw at me. Thankfully, I'm equipped with AFCO clothing to keep me dialed season after season. Do yourself a favor and check out AFCO's award-winning gear at a dealer near you, or learn more at AFCO.com.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And, man, I love this show, just talking about such a beautiful place in paradise.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, be sure to check out Western Outdoor News, always loaded with great information. They have, of course, the big California Tuna Jackpot. Talk about good timing for this. August 14th to 15th, they have a full section in there talking about the big tournament, the California Tuna Jackpot in there, and going to be a great one. It's going to be hosted by the San Diego Marlin Club, and Western Outdoor News has a full detail on how you can get in on it in this week's edition of Western Outdoor News. Also,
is that a sea bass I see on the cover? Or yellow?
Look, that's a big sea bass. Check that out, huh? With a young man there catching that big sea bass. Looks like a Channel Islands up there.
Yeah.
Looks like a great time. So lots of good stuff from sea bass to tuna in Western Outdoor News this week. Check it out for sure. Let's go ahead and jump back on the phone.
Let's do it, Pete. Artie from Vista, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, Giant or Pete, Corey, and John. Good morning.
Good morning, Artie.
I just want to give you guys a quick recap about our Ohana fundraiser last night at Portuguese Hall for CCA San Diego chapter. It was a great time, gentlemen. We had entertainment by the Wild Side Band San Diego. Food was provided by Island Life Foods. It was awesome. Thank you, Jeff and Chef Maui. Got a big thanks to everybody who attended. We had a good crowd there. And special thanks to Andrew and the staff in Portuguese Hall. They took really good care of us. I'd like to thank for some vendors, Cedros Sport Fishing, Cedros Kayak Fishing, OCT Jigs, Fishing Syndicate, and Hub Sea, where we're all there representing. We were definitely kept good in beer and alcohol with 805 beer. Thank you, Yusef Churny and Kyle Water. It's the first time I've ever had one of those things. But Mai Tai is great, guys.
The first time, and it won't be the last.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, their Mai Tai's fantastic.
And I tell you what, you guys were talking about Kim and Chris. Well, yeah, guess what? They won the premium prize last night. It was an angle cooler and a Seeker rod, so it was an amazing time.
Wow.
They're on a roll.
Yeah.
They're luck holds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no kidding. It's their week, for sure. And I want to thank everybody from the San Diego chapter, the board, and the volunteers all helped out. Regulars like Dave Rohde, Kerry Sherwood Costa, Hiro Hayashi, Steve Moat, Elias Kinledger, and the leadership of Wayne and Chris. Thank you, guys. It was a great event. We proved that you can do this now. So people ought to come out to events. We can do it.
Yeah,
safely.
hopefully there's a lot of funds raised.
Yeah. Great job, Arnie. I know you worked really hard along with all the volunteers as well as Wayne and Chris from CCA. Everybody worked really, really hard to make that happen, and congratulations. I'm glad it was such a huge success. All right. Thanks, Arnie. Appreciate the call this morning.
Good stuff.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phones.
Let's do it. How about Jeff? Jeff calling from Ramona. Thanks for joining us this morning, Jeff.
All right. Well, we're looking for Jeff. Greg from Carpinteria. John, please tell us how you keep such a large Ponga fleet ready to go and how often you have the Yamahas serviced.
We have a good service on the Yamahas. We change the oils regularly. They get used a lot, as you might imagine. We'll put thousands of hours on them every year, a couple thousand hours at least. And it's the quality of the fuel is not quite as good as up here. They don't get the freshwater wash like they would up here normally when you put them on a trailer, but they get run every day, and that makes a big difference. I can't say enough about the Yamaha motors. I cannot say enough about.
They just keep running and running.
Run, and they're economical, and they're trouble free. They're just such a great motor.
I have a friend that went from a Mercury this year. Just had a brand new Yamaha put on, and oh my God,
he's a happy guy.
He's afraid to restart it, as we all did. When we first got our 4-stroke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how I turn the key all the time,
right?
Yeah,
and then they're so quiet that you end up
fuel efficient.
Running the starter motor, cricking the starter motor because you don't even know they're running. They're just wonderful, wonderful motors. I can't say enough about them.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, if you want to get through, it's been a busy morning. I know JP's been going crazy on the phones.
Working hard.
Yeah, 213-432-1090. I believe there's a line open, so you want to get through. There's your chance. Here's another great text. Have you heard? This is directed to Corey, but it's about the ranch. Have you heard of anyone using swim baits at the ranch? Is it something that I could try in a kayak trolling? Well, Corey?
Well, it would definitely work, but hey. There's so many other things you could use. And the reason I say that is the triggers and the puffer fish. Like I've never been there, but I can already tell you that the triggers and the puffers would be an absolute nuisance.
Well, they would eat them up.
They would
gobble
your
them
first cast.
And enjoy it. It'd be dessert.
Yeah. You would never feel the bite, and you would come back with half moons out of the bait everywhere.
The needlefish and the triggies will just take you apart. And the poor bait, you throw live bait back there and they just gobble.
They take chunks out.
They gobble them like piranha. There's something.
And they are. They're like piranha. The triggers and the puffers.
When I used to spearfish a lot, and I would be out, and there would be just a school of them behind me, following me around. Waiting for me to hit a fish so that they could come in on.
Hard baits are definitely like the hard, the Colt Sniper jerk bait and that kind of thing are going to be a big friend down there.
Yeah, Shimano wax wings, stuff like
there it is.
Anything that breaks on the surface and makes a big racket on the top. You don't want a big sinker because there's a lot of rocks, and then you get hung up.
For some reason, I'm envisioning a 1-ounce crocodile, like in front of the ranch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And the good old crocodiles work. The guys every year, the guys go down to the lighthouse and cast crocodiles off of the shore, off the lighthouse, and pick up yellowfin.
Hey,
how often do you catch yellowfin off the beach?
Man. Off the beach, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a prolific place. It's amazing.
Man, it is
beautiful.
Amazing.
For sure. Hey, a text from Tommy P. He says, greetings from Sitka. It says, weather is stunning, and it's supposed to be all week. So that's for our group headed up there to Sitka, to Kingfisher Charters right now.
Ricky should be arriving soon, huh?
Yeah, he's headed up there today, and I know Tommy P. went yesterday, so the rest of the group's coming in today, and they start fishing tomorrow, and the weather looks very good for the week. So very jealous. Wish I was there this week. Yeah, envious for sure, but I know they're going to have a great time.
That sounds like
good luck to everybody in the Let's Talk Hookup group up at Kingfisher.
Yeah, Tommy P. Hello, Ben.
Yeah.
I don't know why, Pete, but Sitka, Rancho Leonero, I think I'm going south. I don't know.
Well, it's cold. It's cold and wet up there, and it's beautiful and sunny at the ranch, and it's nice and warm.
The change is nice. I like going up to Alaska. There's a real contrast there.
We're fortunate here on the West Coast to have
the option.
Where do you want to go, right? I mean, you have it all right here, for sure.
Just hop on Alaska Airlines.
Yeah, that's it.
Go north or go south.
That's it. Let's go ahead and jump back on the phones, Corey. They're packed up.
Let's do it. How about Tom? Tom Cohn from Temecula. Appreciate you joining us this morning, Tom.
Morning, guys. Morning, John.
Good morning, Tom.
I'm probably one of the only callers that have not been to the ranch. And so it was actually on our agenda this year, but had to make a trip to Hawaii to visit my sister over there. So it won out over the ranch. So next year it's high on the priority list. What options do I have? My wife doesn't like to fish. And so what options do I have as a single angler? And what's probably the best time for us to come down? We don't need to come down in the middle of summer when things are blazing hot. So what's your suggestions?
April through July. August and September are the real hot months. October is a real nice month as well. October into the middle of November is a good time to come. Your wife will have a great time. The guys, normally what happens, the guys come down individually, singly, and then they like it, and their wife sees the picture, and then they bring their wife down with them, and then from then on they don't get to go alone again. So be careful if you're a solo fisherman. If you're getting on the boats, the boats come in about 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30, and then everybody bunches up at the bar and discusses the day and everything. For a single fisherman, and it happens all the time, there's other singles that are down at the ranch, and normally they'll marry up and share a boat together. It's not something that we do through the office because it's just
the logistics.
Logistics is not good.
And the other thing too is you take a super ponga and fish. You're fishing with the pongero and yourself. It's not such a bad deal either.
And a lot of people do that.
That's a lot of fun.
And you're fishing with the captain. They all speak good English,
and it's still affordable. I mean, it's still
it's $400 for the day, But I mean, and those super pongas go anywhere the cruisers go, For example, during the tournaments, the fish are 20 to 50 miles off, and those super pongas are out there with the rest of the boats.
They fly with that Yamaha.
Banging away. And they do. They get right out there. In fact, our boats are a little overpowered. They all have 150s on them.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So they really scoot.
Oh, that'll fly.
Yeah, you got to be kind of careful, half throttle them because they go a little too fast sometimes. But the guys are really good with them, and they're fast and they're seaworthy, and they go anywhere that the bigger boats go.
And $400 is so affordable. Really, I mean, you can't go anywhere in the world and have a captain and the boat.
Have your own boat
for $400.
No, full day fishing. And you get to keep all the fish yourself. And,
you're.
And what we do also is we get the captains their fishing license as well. So you get to keep.
Oh, boy, I already know where this is going.
You get 2 head limits. If you just the 2 of you.
You're giving the secret out now.
Yeah.
Right? And so, but
it's
for bringing.
It's legal. It's
legal.
It
is, but for bringing fish back, if you want to bring Dorado back or whatever you want to do, that could definitely add to your catch.
Yeah, this past time, everybody had so much fish.
There were so many boxes of fish.
First day, they had their ice box was full. So then they started going to a variety. The pompanos, the pompanos was really, really good eating.
Really? I hear you mention it often, and it just doesn't seem like a typical...
No, it's kind of a unique fish for our area, especially. But they're gaff tail and African, and they're big, and especially when you get the larger ones where you get a steak off them, it's unbelievable.
Like how big is a big one?
Well, they run anywhere from 3 to 12 pounds.
Okay.
Some of them up to 15, but the larger ones, anything from 5 pound over, you can stake out and oh man,
good eating, huh?
They're really good eating.
Oh man,
yeah,
for sure.
Hey, great. Thanks a lot for that. Hey, and Joe has an interesting question. I think it's very valid. He says, what's the reason? It's on the text here. What's the reason behind not allowing reels with line on the plane?
So that
so
that you don't choke another guest to death.
It's a very good question because it doesn't make any reasonable thing. And I believe
you could pull your shoelaces off and accomplish.
I believe so. That's it doesn't make any sense. No. I mean, they say you could tie up the pilot or something like that. I don't know, but I believe U.S. TSA, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. You can bring them down out of the U.S., but it's Mexico that doesn't allow you to carry on. That's what I've heard.
And that is true, but
either way, you just can't be sure, and you don't want to risk it, and
well, you don't want to risk the fact that they would make you pull off all your lines.
They're stricter going out of Mexico, but they also can be pretty strict up here. Going out on Alaska out of Lindbergh as well. So. Definitely, don't put it in your carry-on.
Don't do it.
Check bags only.
Here's some food for thought, though. When I go to El Salto,
and hooks too. By the way, they don't. Hooks,
absolutely.
So I don't know what you do with a hook.
You could hook somebody.
But food for thought. What I do when I go to El Salto is I take the spools out that have the line. I put that in the suitcase and bring on the rest of the reel on the plane with me, so that there's nothing that could go either way, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are people that do that if they're willing to unwind their reel and wind it back up.
Well, no, he's talking about bass reels. You can actually on some reels you can actually take the spool out.
Okay.
On small slides, it wouldn't apply to reels down at Rancho Leonero. Yeah, but I mean, realistically though, I've never had a problem carrying bags. I mean, I guess it could happen anywhere as far as somebody stealing something out of your bag.
I know this from Mike Lackey and the group that go down every year. They always had issues leaving from the U.S. Broken rods, stolen gear.
Really?
Yes. The suitcase.
Out of Tijuana?
No. Flying from the U.S. They had issues. Stolen gear and broken rods. Here's where they have never had an issue. Never. Flying in Mexico.
Yeah.
They have never had an issue with their reels in the bag.
I'll be honest with you, I can't recall. occasionally they'll misplace a bag. And they'll bring it over that night, or certainly no later than the next day. But I can't remember anyone ever really having anything stolen out of their bags.
It's
and I think with today, with the amount of security now, it's so carefully watched. I mean, it's not 100%, but I'm saying it's pretty safe.
But if you're worried about doing that in Mexico, just rethink it. It's seriously, it's a super safe.
It's kind of a non-issue.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phones.
Let's do it. All right, Kevin from Escondido. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Let's Talk Hookup, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going? I had a question. I wanted to know what kind of accommodations for spear fishermen do they have down at the ranch, as far as maybe putting two or three spear fishermen on a boat, and what do they have for going for that kind of thing?
Wow.
Well, yeah, we do have one captain in particular that
will cater to the spear fishermen.
Yeah, well, he's the best. They'll all take you, but there's one captain in particular, Alfonso, that's really knows the spots, knows all the bottom spots, and takes hunters down. and he'll put you on the high spots. It's all, you can't hunt with tanks, as I'm sure you're aware, so it's all free diving. And but he knows the spots, and boy, there's a lot of nice big pargo, cabria, grouper, amberjack.
And spearfishing is really becoming a popular sport too, John. I mean,
it is
for some of the listeners to hear that it's you can accommodate.
And we do that, and we want everybody to be careful out on the reef in front. The problem out in front is they'll go out and try to shoot parrotfish and some of the colorful fish and all that. And
you don't want that.
No, it's not legal either. But if they want to go for the cabria or the pargo or any of the real edible fish that you hunt anywhere, you're welcome to go out there and bang away. And they're there too.
From right in front of the ranch.
Oh yeah, I go out all the time and shoot some pretty nice fish myself. Yeah, it's all free. I don't shoot them out of holes anymore. I shoot them free swimmers. I'll get in the middle of a school of bait and just wait for them to come in and feed on the bait, and then snap shoot them. A lot of fun.
Yeah,
we'll take care of you.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot for the phone calls this morning. Here's a good text from Brett in Huntington Beach. Ask John if he still has rib night.
Oh yeah.
What night?
They'd kill me if I didn't have rib night. It would be
Saturday night, right?
Saturday night.
Saturday night is rib night, and that's the thing is that, like he says in the spot, like open mesquite grill, all the ribs are cooked on the open mesquite grill. The ribs, they're insane.
You're killing me right now.
I mean, I came down Sunday. I missed rib night Saturday night. I was like, well, can you save me some? It's like there was nothing left. Once Phil got done with it was over, right?
Really, they're the best ribs out there. They marinate them for at least a day prior. Then they cook them in the oven, and then they put them on the mesquite barbecue after, so the meat just falls off the bones.
And there's nothing better than barbecue on the mesquite, Mexican mesquite.
Real popular night. We have to, of course, the guests get fed first, and there's always a waiting list from people from town, all the locals that want to come every Saturday night too. So. We have a limit. You have to. People make reservations 2 weeks out.
And sometimes you have to limit the number of people coming in.
Yeah, well, we just do we're guest oriented. We're not. We're not really a restaurant. We're a hotel that serves with a restaurant serving our guests. So guests come first, and so we don't want to get overcrowded.
Yeah, no, it's and that's the thing is every night the food is different every night. Like one of my favorite night, other than midnight, is the Mexican night, which is Sunday night, and it's all homegrown Mexican food, just fantastic.
Yeah, the relleno,
and this is all inclusive. That's the thing is that as much as you want to eat in the most beautiful setting of dining rooms that you can ever imagine, sitting out over the water, the moon, if it's a full moon, the moon rising over the Sea of Cortez. I mean, you kidding me? Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's go back right now.
We're on our way. In fact, we're going to be right back on Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090 and the Let's Talk Hookup app. You got me lost here. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Baja has long been a favorite of many anglers for its wild feel, beautiful vistas, great people, and fantastic fishing. This is Katie with Cedros Island Fishing Charters. Cedros Island is one of those destination spots that has a reputation all its own. Cedros Island Fishing Charters will have you fishing all our favorite remote locations for your personal best yellowtail and calico bass. Our spacious pungas are all fully equipped with lots of bait capacity along with large fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Or jump in one of our fully equipped Hobie Mirage Outback kayaks. Our captains are knowledgeable local fishermen who take pride in giving you a more personal island experience. Enjoy our single room accommodations and spacious compound while our staff processes your catch and keeps you well fed with authentic cuisine and fresh pizzas from the wood-fired pizza oven. Check out our website, CedrosIslandFishingCharters.com, and all our social media for daily updates from the island during the season. Pick your dates on our online reservation system and come join us for a great time on Cedros Island, or give me a call, 760-913-9035.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open parties, schedule check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, it's just been a fun 2 hours.
Great show.
You know, honestly, it's never enough time with John in studio, and Jim from National City is the one that won the Hands and Knife.
Wow!
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, Jim.
Congratulations, Jim.
Didn't look like we didn't get to Jim's call, but
but
we always say if you're still on hold, we put
we'll
you.
Honor it.
You're still in there.
Yeah.
So, Jim, congratulations on that, and John, great show, man. Great place, Rancho Leonero. I mean, I hope people that haven't visited the ranch understand what a special, magical place this is. And we've been doing things together. That was our 25th anniversary, and people they come back.
Yeah, we do.
And there's a reason that people come back.
We do. Over 90% of the people that were in the tournament, it was the repeaters. Many trips. And yeah, for me, it's everybody enjoying themselves. It means a lot to me, and the show means a lot too to the ranch and to myself too. Many years with Pete here.
Yes.
Doing the show
Doing
together.
This a lot, and every Sunday we get a great report from the ranch, right?
Every Sunday, absolutely.
Yeah.
Used to be every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
In the early days, I did both days. When
we get the relief when you used to have to ride the quad to the phone and bribe the caseta, right?
Just ruined my weekend, so I had to go to one day. And
well, if somebody wants to come to Rancho Leonero, how do we get a hold of you?
Thanks, Pete. It's 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com.
All right.
Lots of photos, we've been just busting them out. So there's photos going up every day of some pretty incredible fish. Big amberjack and big yellowtail, big yellowfin, big dorado.
Roosters on the beach.
And make your reservations.
Yeah. Especially if you're coming back for the tournament.
Tournament next June, it's already almost booked.
It's everybody literally booked from the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Corey, thanks for being here today.
A lot of fun. Thank you.
Corey and I will both be back next Saturday. Jeff Mariani from Cedros Island Fishing Charters, Cedros Kayak Fishing will be here next Saturday. It's a Cedros weekend next week. And then Ricky's back from Sitka on Sunday. And Rosie and Jeff from Cedros Sport Fishing and La Bocana Sport Fishing will be here on Sunday. Thanks to JP and thanks to Adam for the great stuff on the app. And thanks to all of you out there for being there. And we'll see you next week right back here on the Mightier 1090 and the Let's Talk Hookup app.